Hello, and welcome to the Party Center Speaks podcast. This is the podcast for family entertainment center and event venue owners, operators, managers, and staffers looking to grow their business. Want to learn about increasing booking parties, improving facility operations, and more? This podcast is for you. My name is Rebecca Toomey, and I'm the Director of Sales, Marketing, and Customer Success here at Party Center Software. In this episode, we are going to read through one of our ebooks titled 3 Simple Ways to Improve Revenue and Book More Parties at Your Family Entertainment Center. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this audio version. Want to book more parties? Tired of missing potential opportunities? Here are 3 simple ways to improve revenue and book more parties at your family entertainment center. Introduction. As a busy owner and manager of a family entertainment center, it goes without saying that you've got a lot on your plate. With so many areas of the business to focus on, it can be challenging to make time for sales and marketing efforts, and that's okay. You're not alone. We speak to countless FEC owners and managers about this struggle on a day-to-day basis. That's why we created this guide. We wanted to provide a simple resource with some ideas that will save you time and energy in the area of revenue growth. With these tips, you can implement them immediately, then get back to working on other parts of the business. Are you tired of missing opportunities? My guess is yes, you are tired of missing opportunities. You want to grow business at your facility. You want to host more parties to help improve revenue at your FEC. Here are some barriers in the way. You're not booking enough parties, missed phone calls are a big culprit, games of phone tag are another culprit, miscommunication about what days, times, and party options are available create confusion with potential customers. Each staff member seems to handle situations differently, and you don't seem to have the right processes and templates in place to create a consistent environment for your potential customers. In this guide, we'll explore 3 simple ways to improve revenue so you can book more parties at your family entertainment center. Let's get to work. Chapter 1, create a process. 85% of the reason for failure are deficiencies in the systems and processes rather than the employee. The role of management is to change the process rather than badgering the individuals to do better. W. Edwards Deming. This may not sound exciting, but creating effective processes is the bread and butter of success for your business. Why? Well, processes allow us to create systems, and systems allow us to monitor results. This means that by systematizing aspects of our business, we're able to see where there is room for improvement and where we're succeeding. We can then tweak our system or process to progress forward. In his book, The E-Myth Revisited, Michael Gerber addresses this very topic. He dives into what he refers to as the franchise prototype. And while I'm not suggesting that you franchise your business, I am suggesting that there are some lessons to be learned here. If you've seen the movie The Founder, you might already know what I'm talking about. In both The Founder and in The E-Myth Revisited, we learn about Ray Kroc, the man behind the success of McDonald's. Now, I will tread carefully here. Ray Kroc's character in the movie is pretty cunning and ruthless. And I'm certainly not saying you should aim to be like Ray. What I'd like to point out here is the premise that was created by McDonald's, because it truly was revolutionary. That premise was one of systems and processes. Every patty was identical in size and weight. They were turned at exactly the same time on the griddle. Specific employees performed only their specific roles, like burger duty or ketchup duty. It was a symphony of order. What this type of environment created was consistency. It created an opportunity for stakeholders to evaluate every tiny piece of the business puzzle, where to improve, where to cut costs, and where to keep things the same. Implementing processes to improve revenue at your FEC. If you're comfortable, I'd like you to take a moment, close your eyes. Well, after you've listened to why, and don't do this while driving, and envision your business running like a well-oiled machine. Everything is in perfect harmony. Your employees are doing exactly what you hope them to be doing. Customers are laughing and enjoying their time in your facility. Now, how do you feel? And better yet, where are you in this fantasy? Now, let's drop back into the real world and talk about how we can make your dreams a reality. Number 1, start by getting buy-in. Buy-in is the single most important thing in a business. If investors or stakeholders don't buy in, if employees don't buy in, then you're working against the wind. If you want to change your business, start by getting those involved to buy in to your vision. Tell them what your ideal organization looks like. Tell them what it feels like and how it will impact customers. If you've been at it for a while, dig deep. Find that passion you felt when you first started your business. And if you're having a hard time finding it, watch an episode of Shark Tank and borrow some positive vibes from those hungry entrepreneurs. And if you're still struggling, check out Simon Sinek's TED Talk, Start With Why. It is sure to help you dig deep. Number 2, list your processes. The next step is to make a list of every single aspect of the business that needs a process behind it. To make it easy, you might begin by listing processes that you've already developed. Perhaps you already have an amazing hiring process, or you have a great onboarding process for new employees. Jot it down. Here are some processes you might consider developing. Start of day opening process, end of day closing process, hiring process, including all the steps of the interviewing process, onboarding process, including what training material you will provide, sanitary processes for your facility, greeting processes, including scripts for hello, goodbye, and handling problems, a party booking process, including revenue goals, how many parties that will require, how much you'll charge for each party, etc. And since this guide is all about ways to improve revenue, I'd like you to focus on that last process, party booking. When building this process, it's important to determine the stakeholders involved. Who is responsible for what? Who is serving guests? Who is greeting them when they walk through the door? Who responds? When do they respond? And how do they respond? Provide guidance and templates for your staff to make this process as seamless as possible. Having phone and email scripts on hand will also create consistency for your customers and make it easy for staff to respond in a timely manner. Number 3, train your staff. To ensure that the process you create sticks, it's important to train your staff using the guidelines developed. I recommend having recurring training on a monthly basis, so staff is always in a learning and growth mentality. Your process for party booking should be written and very detailed. It should include phone, email, and any other scripts you might need. Have your staff practice pitches and potential conversations to work out any kinks. It's also important to outline goals so your staff understands what you're trying to achieve and you're all on the same page. In her article, 6 Simple Ways to Increase Event Revenue Through Upselling, Eileen Hawkins, our resident FEC guru, shared some awesome tips on this topic. One of my favorites was when she mentioned training staff and getting them involved in the excitement of selling parties. She said, to make sure your team is excited about upselling, having a few friendly sales contests for your staff is another great way to incentivize them. Be sure to offer great prizes like gift cards from other local businesses or whatever motivates your team. Maybe the manager cleaning the party room. Chapter 2, utilize technology. It's not that we use technology, we live technology. Godfrey Reggio. As you're working to improve revenue at your FEC, it's important not to gloss over all the incredible possibilities that technology has to offer. Let's talk about 5 different ways that technology can help you up your game. Number 1, online booking equals increased revenue. This is certainly not a new concept. We all love booking services online. Heck, if you could book your next hair appointment instantly right from your phone, it sure beats calling, waiting for somebody to answer the phone, going back and forth about potential days and times, stylists, etc. For the record, online booking hair appointments does exist. What I'm saying is this. Make it easy for your customers to book parties with you by having an online portal where they can literally pick their date, time, package, and hit that book button. This will eliminate all of the problems mentioned in the intro of this guide. No more missed calls, no more phone tag, miscommunications eliminated. And the list goes on. Of course, I had to suggest this because this is what we do here at Party Center Software. It's why we created our beautiful software to begin with. Our founder, Scott Drummond, ran an FEC of his very own and had all the problems we mentioned. So he created PCS. And now we have the joy of helping amazing people like you to book parties while you sleep. If you'd like to learn more about Party Center Software, be sure to visit our website at partycentersoftware.com. Your online booking page doesn't stop with just booking parties, though. Having an online booking portal will also allow you to upsell customers purchasing party packages. Say your customer is purchasing a party package for a kid's party, but most of the adults will also be sticking around. They'll be able to see right then and there some options to purchase additional food items for the adults, say wings, pizza, or an appetizer platter. Number 2, use an online store to upsell. A second way to improve revenue using technology is to include an online store on your website. Having an online storefront will allow your customers to make purchases right from your website, including your awesome products like t-shirts, logoed cups, gift cards, or any promotions. You can also include tickets for special events on your online store or open play admission, making it easy for customers to purchase ahead of time. Again, by allowing things like online booking and online store, you're allowing customers to purchase while you sleep, while you're on vacation, on the weekend, and so on. It's all about making buying easy for customers by providing options ahead of time. They won't have to worry about a thing, and they can come into your facility the day of their event feeling excited rather than anxious about what to expect. Don't have an online store on your website or don't have a website? We can help with that too. Be sure to visit partycentersoftware.com to learn more. Number 3, utilize tools for better web reach. Now that we've explored the benefits of having online booking and an online storefront on your website, let's talk about how to optimize that experience. Getting customers to your website is the next step. After all, if they don't visit your website, how can they make a purchase or book a party? Google Analytics. We highly recommend starting by setting Google Analytics as your first step. Having your website optimized properly with tags associated will help you appear in Google searches. To learn more about using Google Analytics, visit page 14 of this ebook to read our article, 3 Reasons Why Google Analytics Will Help You Book More Parties, Social Media, and Facebook. Once you've got your website ready to go, it's time to start promoting. Use portals like Facebook and Instagram to meet your customers where they are. It's also worth noting that tons of folks are looking for you on sites like Yelp, so make sure your listings are up to date. If you have a few bucks to spend, consider running some ads on Facebook to promote your parties. You might also consider adding a Book Now button on your Facebook page. To learn how to set that up, be sure to listen to our episode on Facebook or download the Facebook guide by visiting page 14 of this ebook. Capture visitors quicker with Hound. If you find that customers are clicking away from your site quickly, you might consider hiring a firm like Hound to help you convert visitors quicker. Hound is a team of marketing specialists within the FEC industry, and they help you lead capture in very clever ways. To learn more about Hound, visit page 15 of this ebook for a link. Use video to create hype. I could go on forever with ways to use technology to improve revenue, but you don't have forever. So here's one last tip. Use video. We have a great article on this. Visit page 15 of this ebook for a link to it on how to create easy videos for your facility, or better yet, jump on our YouTube page at Party Center Software for videos on how to take videos inside your facility. Video is all the rage right now. If you open Facebook or Instagram for 14 seconds, you know what I mean. Take advantage of the power of video to create hype by capturing some footage at your facility. Of course, be sure to ask for consent and ask your customers to sign a waiver to avoid any potential issues down the road. Then post away. Share on Instagram stories, Facebook stories, YouTube, Vimeo, Twitter, TikTok, or wherever your customers and potential customers are. Share footage of people laughing and having the best time ever. Ask happy customers to share a short clip of their experience or what they loved most about the day. The key is capture it and post it. Chapter 3, create an amazing experience. Just having satisfied customers isn't good enough anymore. If you really want a booming business, you have to create raving fans. Ken Blanchard. We've talked about quite a bit today. We've explored developing processes and how it will help you improve revenue. We've navigated through some ideas around technology to help you gain a competitive edge. And lastly, I'd like to talk about the importance of creating amazing experiences for your guests. After all, if your customers don't have the best time, they likely won't return. And if they don't return, you'll constantly be in a cycle trying to find new customers. As I mentioned in a recent article titled 3 Ways to Increase Customer Loyalty at Your FEC, it costs 5 times as much to attract a new customer than it does to keep an existing one. So save yourself some cash and focus on keeping your customers happy. Here are a few ways to accomplish this feat. Number 1, start with kindness. This is most certainly the simplest point, but it's the most important. Kindness matters. Empathy matters. Treating those around us with respect and dignity, it matters. Think about the last time you walked into a place of business and you were greeted with a warm smile and kind words, or the last time you called a customer service line and were treated like a queen or a king. How did that genuine kindness make you feel? My guess is it probably made you feel like you mattered, but don't take my word for it. Psychologists and scientists have been studying acts of kindness for years. David Hamilton, author of The 5 Side Effects of Kindness, shares that scientific evidence has proven that kindness changes the brain, impacts the heart and immune system, and is an antidote to depression, and even slows the aging process. We're actually genetically wired to be kind. So what might kindness look like in your family entertainment center? Create a plan for how you'd like your staff to treat customers. Document it and share it with new staff members when they're onboarded. Explain why it matters and how your staff members can impact positive change in the world through their role in the organization. Encourage buy-in from your staff by leading by example. Decide how you'll greet customers when they walk through the door and be consistent with your message. Check in and have your staff check in on customers throughout their visit to your facility. Use warm phrases like, "Are you having a great time?" or "Is there anything I can do for you?" Be consistent. Kindness one moment and frustration the next is not a good look. Ask for feedback. At the end of your customer's visit, check in with your customer. Thank you so much for coming in today. We are dedicated to customer service, and your happiness is our number 1 priority. Did we accomplish that today? Looking for more ideas to improve your parties? Be sure to check out Trainertainment's Mystery Shopper program. It's designed to help you create the best parties ever, resulting in more sales and happier customers. Number 2, tackle problems head on. One of the worst things you can do in a business is ignore your customers, especially when something has gone wrong or they've had a bad experience. If you're looking to gain loyal customers, it's important to handle problems head on. Face them immediately rather than waiting. Say the wrong food item is delivered to a party, or a staff member drops the ball. Take ownership and responsibility. Acknowledge what went wrong, state how you'll make it right, and check back in. It's also important to teach your staff how to effectively handle problems so that anyone can step in and take ownership to problem solve in the moment. Phrases to use when problems arise. I completely understand how you feel. Here's what I will do to make it right. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I will take action on this right away. I am so sorry this happened. We are dedicated to customer happiness, and it is my mission to make sure that you're happy. What can I do to make it right? I am so sorry that we delivered the wrong food. I'd like to make it right. I will provide the correct items, and to make up for our error, I would like to offer you a choice and a free appetizer. Number 3, ask for feedback often. Customer feedback is the bread and butter of your business. Happy customers will keep you in business. Unsatisfied or angry customers can run you into the ground. Get ahead of it by asking for feedback often. There are a lot of ways to ask for feedback, but remember, the more time goes by, the more people forget. Asking your customers at the time of their experience will help you access more accurate results. And soliciting additional feedback after their encounter will help solidify how much you care about their happiness. If you check in often while your customer is at the facility, you've planted seeds. Now, when their time with you comes to an end, it's very important to have a process for soliciting feedback on their experience. This might occur in some sort of checkout process. Or if there is no checkout process, be sure that a staff member is there to close out with these customers. If it's a group or a party, you might have a manager stop in and say to the group, "Your happiness is our number one priority. Did everyone have a great time?" Verbal affirmation, especially aloud, is a great first step. The manager might then say, "Thank you. As a gift from us to you, we'd like to welcome you back anytime with this coupon for our very best customers." At this point, you would provide a little card that provides some sort of discount or coupon for returning customers. And if you want to take it a step further, consider including where they can provide positive feedback about their experience with you. This might be a link to your Facebook, Yelp, or Google listing, asking for a positive review or a link to a survey that you can then use as quotes on your website. Conclusion. The key is when a customer walks away thinking, "Wow, I love doing business with them, and I want to tell others about the experience." Shep Hyken. As you work to improve revenue in your family entertainment center, I hope you consider implementing some of these ideas. And even if you only have time for a few, it's worth a try. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have any feedback or have any topics you'd like us to discuss, be sure to email marketing@partycentersoftware.com. This podcast is a weekly podcast, so you can expect new episodes every Thursday. Party Center Speaks is powered by Party Center Software. We are a facility management tool that helps family entertainment centers and event venues book more parties and manage their facilities. We also offer marketing services such as custom website design and marketing automations to help you expand your reach and grow traffic. If you'd like to know more about us, head over to partycentersoftware.com and be sure to give us a follow at Party Center Software on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and at Party Center SOFT on Twitter. Until next time, thanks for listening.